Every month, you pay your internet provider a private tax just to stay connected inside your own home. Not a service you chose freely, a tax. Because in most of America, there is one cable company serving your neighborhood, and they know you cannot leave. You are not a customer, you are a captive. Over 10 years, that tax quietly takes more than $14,000 out of your retirement, not to your prescriptions, not to your grandchildren, not to a single thing that actually matters to you. Now here is the claim that is shaking the entire ISP industry. The Tesla Pi phone with a built-in Starlink satellite modem may let you hotspot your whole home through one device, your TV, your tablet, your security camera, your medical alert, with no cable company, no monthly bill, no contract ever again. If that promise delivers, it does not just cut your bill, it attacks the entire business model that has been charging you for decades. But here's the conflict nobody is talking about loudly enough. One phone carrying your router, your emergency line, your medical connection, and your banking access, all on one device. What happens the moment that single device overheats, loses battery, gets dropped, or silently restarts at 2 in the morning? Your phone goes down, your home goes down, everything goes down together. That is the question this video is built to answer. The dream of $0 internet. This is not about technology. It is about who has been charging you money every month just to stay part of the world you already live in. The average senior on Social Security brings home roughly $1,900 a month. Property taxes keep rising, insurance premiums climb, prescriptions rarely get cheaper, and through it all, every single month, your internet provider sends a bill you cannot negotiate and cannot ignore, because canceling means losing access to your doctor's portal, your bank, your family video calls, and every emergency alert tied to your home. You are not buying convenience, you are paying ransom to stay connected to your own life. That is what makes the Pi phone rumor so dangerous to cable companies. Here is what the leaked claim says and how to read it honestly. Patent filings and supply chain reports suggest the Pi phone would carry an integrated Starlink satellite modem built directly into the chassis. No external dish, just a chip the size of your thumbnail sitting inside the phone. If that claim holds, activating the hotspot connects every device in your home, TV, tablet, laptop, front door camera, to satellite internet without touching a single cable company. That would not just save seniors money, it would make local ISP monopolies structurally unnecessary for millions of households. But the part that matters most is not the chip, it is whether that chip can keep a house online, reliably, 24 hours a day. Apple, Google, and every carrier profit because you keep paying. Tesla's rumored approach is more disruptive. The phone may only need to pull you into a larger ecosystem of vehicles, Powerwall batteries, and AI subscriptions. If that model holds, Tesla may not need your monthly bill the same way ISPs do. That difference, if real, is exactly what cable companies do not want you to compare. And your data, rather than being harvested for advertising, would stay on your device, though until launch, that is a promise, not a policy. Before you call Comcast to cancel, there is something critical about what this phone would actually be asked to do. Hardware under pressure. Can one phone handle your whole home? This is where the dream starts to crack. A home router has one advantage no phone has ever had. It never has to be anything else. It does not need to make calls, run apps, check your email, or sit in your pocket. It just pushes signal through your walls, plugged into power every hour of every day without interruption. Now imagine asking the Pi phone to do all of that while also being your personal phone. When any smartphone runs as a continuous hotspot, the processor works harder than normal, the antenna broadcasts constantly, the internal temperature rises, and when a chip gets too hot, it does exactly what an overheating engine does. It slows itself down to avoid damage. Engineers call this thermal throttling. You would call it your internet freezing mid-sentence while your cardiologist is asking about your chest pain on a telehealth call. You do not know if the problem is the phone, the Wi-Fi, the app, or the signal. You just know it stopped. And when you are 78 years old and that call was important, that is not an inconvenience, that is panic. Leaked engineering reports claim a graphene composite thermal layer that dissipates heat roughly 3 times more efficiently than standard aluminum backing. Impressive on paper, if accurate. The same reports suggest stable hotspot performance across 6 consecutive hours of broadcasting to 8 simultaneous devices. No smartphone in production today has numbers like that. But 6 hours is a benchmark. 24 hours a day is a lifestyle. Seniors are not buying a test result. They're buying reliability across months, not an afternoon. The battery claim is similarly striking. A reported 6,800 milliamp-hour aluminum-ion cell, nearly 40% larger than current iPhone capacity. In continuous hotspot mode, estimates suggest a full drain in 9 to 11 hours without a power source, meaning the phone must stay plugged in around the clock to serve as your home router. Running any battery at maximum draw while simultaneously charging is the fastest path to degradation. Powerful as a promise, incomplete as a retirement plan. The first hidden cost is not a fee on your bill. It is the wear and heat and dependency placed on the one device your entire home now depends on.
Indoor reality, where satellite signals go to die. Starlink loves open sky. Seniors live behind walls. That difference may decide whether this works or fails inside your specific home. Here is the truth no hotspot advertisement will print on the box. Satellite signals travel roughly 340 miles straight down from orbit. They are powerful in clear sky. They begin weakening the moment they encounter anything solid. Roofing materials, insulation, brick, concrete, energy-efficient glass coatings, interior walls between rooms. The physics have not changed because the phone is made by Tesla. A wood frame home with large south-facing windows may deliver a usable satellite signal in the living room. A brick house, a concrete apartment building, a senior living facility with thick shared walls, or any room without a direct sight line to open sky may see the signal degrade significantly, sometimes to the point of being unusable as a primary connection. What that means in practical terms, if the Pi phone needs to sit near a window to maintain a strong satellite lock, and you carry it to the kitchen to take a phone call, every device left behind in the house may lose connection at the same moment. First, the TV buffers, then the security camera goes dark, then the telehealth call freezes. Then the device you bought specifically to protect you in case of a fall may not be sending any signal at all, and you do not know because the screen on your phone still shows 4 bars of satellite signal in your hand. The Pi phone hotspot is a credible option for rural homes with clear sky exposure and light usage. It is a genuine question mark for apartments, senior housing complexes, basements, and any home where thick construction stands between the phone and the open sky. Honest analysis requires knowing which category your home falls into before trusting one device with every connection in your life.
The financial reality check.
3 honest scenarios. The savings are real only if the failure points do not eat them alive. Your current internet bill, roughly $100 per month, $6,000 over 5 years, $12,000 over 10 years. That pain is compounding right now in your account, but a bad replacement can cost more than money. Here are 3 honest scenarios, not best case and worst case on a spreadsheet, but the 3 situations you are most likely to actually live in. The freedom scenario. You are a light user, YouTube, email, weekly family video calls, monthly Medicare.gov check-ins. You live in a rural single-story home with good sky exposure. The PiPhone hotspot reaches every room. You cancel your ISP. Over 5 years after device cost, you recover roughly $5,000. That is several years of prescription co-pays. That is a major home repair you stop postponing. That is money staying in your account instead of disappearing into a cable company's earnings report. The backup scenario. The hotspot works well near windows but weakens in the back bedroom. You keep a stripped-down ISP plan at $40 per month as fallback. You cut internet spending by roughly half, still close to $3,000 saved over 5 years. The PiPhone becomes a meaningful tool without becoming a liability. The trap scenario. Indoor signal in your specific home is too unreliable. Throttling kicks in under sustained use. You still need your existing ISP. The PiPhone adds to your monthly cost instead of cutting it. The financial break-even sits between 14 and 22 months if the phone fully replaces your home internet. But there is a second number most people never calculate: the safety break-even point. Even if the device pays for itself financially in 18 months, that means nothing if it fails during a medical emergency in month 11. There is a financial break-even. For seniors, there is also a safety break-even, and that one never appears on any spec sheet.
The single point of failure. The risk nobody warned you about. Think about everything inside your home that currently depends on internet. Your television, the tablet you use Sunday evenings to see your daughter's face, the security camera at your front door, the thermostat keeping the house livable in July heat, the medical alert wristband that contacts your monitoring center if you fall, your bank app, your telehealth portal, your pharmacy notification system. Now place every single one of those onto one device, one phone, your PiPhone. The moment it overheats and throttles, every service in the house slows simultaneously. The moment you drop it, you have no phone and no home internet in the same instant. The moment a software update forces a silent restart at midnight, your security camera goes offline, your medical alert loses its connection, and you do not know because you are asleep. You wake up the next morning not knowing how many hours your home was dark. And the moment you simply pick it up to carry it to your morning doctor's appointment, the person left at home loses every connection in the house the instant your car pulls away. A router should stay home. A phone is designed to leave. That is the conflict. A traditional cable router cannot be misplaced, cannot be carried to the pharmacy, cannot run out of battery. The portability that makes the PiPhone feel freedom is the exact same quality that makes it dangerous as home infrastructure. These two roles are fundamentally in conflict. One more angle that will arrive before the phone does.
The promise of free satellite internet for seniors is exactly the story scammers build fake websites around. Pre-order pages, senior priority programs, Social Security verification forms, deposit requests, none of them will be Tesla. If anyone asks for your Medicare number, your Social Security number, or any payment to reserve a Pi phone hotspot plan, that is a theft attempt. Official announcements will come from Tesla.com and Elon Musk's verified accounts, nowhere else.
Who saves money and who could get burned? For ease of use, the rumored XOS operating system reportedly includes a 2-tap hotspot shortcut on the lock screen, large font status indicators, Grok AI voice activation, and automatic reconnect when signal drops. Impressive as a rumor, incomplete as a retirement plan. For indoor reliability, rural single-story home with open sky, strong. Suburban home with brick construction, uncertain. Apartment or senior facility with concrete walls, likely unreliable as a primary connection. For emergency safety, any setup where one device is simultaneously your phone and home router creates elevated risk for anyone living alone. A basic prepaid landline as backup is not a luxury, it is the gap between this being a financial tool and a liability. For hardware endurance, aluminum-ion chemistry and graphene thermal management are genuine advances if the specs are real. But no phone has been proven to run continuously as a home router for 6 months without measurable degradation. Good enough for backup, not yet proven as a lifeline. 3 honest scores. As backup internet, 8.5 out of 10. Strong value, low risk, high upside for rural users. As primary internet for light rural users, 7 out of 10. Credible once real-world data confirms indoor performance. As the only internet for a senior living alone with medical devices, 4 out of 10. The financial savings do not justify the safety exposure. Do not reject it before you test it, but do not gamble your only connection on launch day.
Here is the verdict, stated plainly. The threat to cable companies is real. The savings potential is real if the final product delivers on its specs. The question is no longer whether this is fantasy, it is whether it is reliable enough to trust with the most important connections in your home. The smart path is this. When Pi phone launches, run a 30-day test with your ISP still active as backup. Test the hotspot in your living room, your bedroom, your bathroom, your kitchen. Test it during rain. Test it with 5 devices running. Test a video call with your doctor. Test the security camera with the phone in your pocket. Then, and only then, decide if it earns the right to be your home's only internet. Now I want to hear from you. Comment "Bill" if your internet provider has been overcharging you for years. Comment "Backup" if you would test it but keep your ISP running alongside. Comment "Cut the cord" if you are ready to fire your cable company the day this phone ships. If this analysis helped you see past the promise and into the real decision, hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on, because this is only the beginning of the series. Next, we go inside real-world Starlink indoor numbers, which homes it works in and which it does not. After that, we test Pi phone emergency connectivity when cell towers go down during a storm. Then we run the full 10-year cost comparison, Pi phone versus your current ISP through 2035. These videos will tell you exactly when cutting the cord is the right call and exactly when it is not. Do not make that decision without watching them first.